All right, your build is coming along nicely. You've got the lift install, maybe some 37s, lots of nice trail gear, maybe some armor. Is it time to re-gear? Let's jump in and take a look. Re-gearing your Jeep is not an inexpensive proposition. Let's take a look at some thoughts I had after re-gearing my new JL. All right, we're heading home from Easter Jeep Safari. While I was out during that week, we had 488 gears installed on Ruby, so it's I've been running them about almost a week. We've got about 2,100 miles on them now, so they're broken in. The difference, it's really nice. I'm running 37-inch Nettos, which run pretty true to size on a 3.5-inch lift, but so depending on what size tire you might be running, you might see slightly different, slight variance on RPMs at different speeds, but the 48s, you guys, seemed perfect for my build. It restored the 8th gear on this marvelous 8-speed transmission that Jeep gave us. So that, I was having a hard time with the 410s seeing much of 8th gear unless we were on really flat, no wind. But now at about 70, 71, 75, I'm seeing 8th gear on flat ground return. So I'm seeing a 1.5 to 2 miles per gallon increase. So according to the tables, 48s on my Jeep with 37s, I should be right back where the factory had me with the 33-inch tires that came stock. So I'm back to the sweet spot performance-wise and efficiency-wise with the 2-liter turbo e-torque and the 8-speed transmission. So this feels like a really great combination. This can't say enough about this new 8-speed. It's feels like the engine's never working too hard, always finds a good power. Upshifts and downshifts are sometimes almost imperceptible. They're so smooth and so quiet. So anyways, loving the 48s. I'll get some 0 to 30 and 0 to 60 times recorded when we get home and see if it's a little quicker. It definitely feels a little quicker off the line with these gears. I know when I had Milt Thompson at Dixie 4-wheel drive install the gears, and when he came back from the test drive, he sort of smiled and said, "Man, that thing will get up and move," and it surely does that. One last thing I'm a huge fan of the 2-liter turbo. It makes such an effortless cruising machine out on the interstate. It's just flawless. It's quiet, it's efficient, and it really will move the Jeep quite well. We're pretty fully loaded. Like I said, we've been on the road for EJS, and we've got a lot of gear in here with us. But you couldn't tell, the Wrangler, I feel like now with the gears, I've got it perfectly dialed in. So if you're on the fence about, hey, it runs pretty well with the 410s when you go to 37s, that it does. The 8-speed covers that really well, but you're giving up some efficiency. You're not really back in the peak performance for the engine and transmission shifts that the factory set up with the 33s. So, my two choices when I was researching this was either go 48s or go 413s. For me, I do a lot of interstate, getting like from Chicago out to Moab. So, we'll run this thing 80, 85 when we can, just lock it in and just let it eat. And it's flawless. It just cruises. So, like I said, I drove in both Jeeps that were with 48s and 2-liter turbos and 513s with the 2-liter turbo. And, if I wasn't doing a lot of interstate work, I'm sure the little extra pop the 513s would give you performance-wise would be nice. But in my case, the tables told me that 48s would put me right back to stock performance, which that's what I was looking for. So super happy with the way she's running. Like I said, this is one of those steps of getting the build really dialed in and everything functioning to peak performance. So like I said, I'll be back and we'll go record some 0 to 30 and 0 to 60 times with the Taser and see if we picked up a little performance there. But I sure am happy with the way she's running. My Rubicon came from the factory with 410 gears. I'm going to be changing these out to 488s. And his new Advantech axles under the new JLs, I knew I was going to run Spicer gears. Seeing them made in the USA had me feeling good about that decision. To do a gear swap correctly requires a certain amount of expertise, as well as specific tools. Let's hang out in the shop and take a quick look at what a gear install looks like. I selected a shop like Dixie 4-Wheel Drive because they're experts in all things Jeep, and I knew that this re-gear would be done right. I'm running AEV's diff covers. I selected these because they feature an oversized fill and inspection port, feature recessed hardware, are constructed of high-strength nodular iron, and the finish on them is flawless. Alright, first up, 37-inch tires, stock 410 gears. Okay, now 37s with the new 488s. That's the one. Go. Really quick. Good pull. As you can see from my rough instrumented test runs, we picked up a little speed with the 48 gears. The Jeep definitely gets off the line quicker. However, I think the real performance gain with this re-gear is having the engine work in its most optimum RPM ranges, maximizing fuel economy. That's where the performance comes in. Getting my Jeep re-geared was the last step in truly getting the performance dialed in for my build. Wrangler, I feel like now with the gears, I've got it perfectly dialed in. So if you're on the fence about, hey, you know, it runs pretty well with the 410s when you go to 37s, that it does. The 8-speed covers that really well, but you're giving up some efficiency. You're not really back in the peak performance for the engine and transmission shifts that the factory set up with the 33s. So. We hope you've enjoyed this video. Until next time, stay safe, and we'll see you on the trails.